number 6. And we will be reading in welcome. This is your host Shontey, and I am back with another therapeutic session. Okay, this is Bible study edition with your host Shontey here at my channel, and I just wanted to tell you about some things. This is here at the Freedom from the Night, and I just wanted to tell you some things about well, first let's get off into reading Jeremiah chapter 3. Take your books out. As you know, take your books out. Go get your books. And let's read Jeremiah. What? Oops. Let's read Jeremiah. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Jeremiah chapter 3, verses, what are we on? 17? Yep. Verse 17. We are on Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 17. Take your books off and take your books out, and let's get started. In Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 17. All right, we're going on a journey. Okay, this is therapeutic journey. Okay, you need to rinse that soul out of all them evil and wicked tactics and actions that we trying to get out and take out on someone else and not really getting ourselves together. Okay, all right, so Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 17. Let's get started. All right, so it says, and then I got something to tell you. Okay, I'll get to you in a minute. It says, at that time they shall call Jerusalem the throne of the Lord, and all the nations shall be gathered unto it, to the name of the Lord, to Jerusalem. Neither shall they walk any more after the imagination of their evil heart. And the reason this is, and let me tell you what that means for you out there. Okay? It's saying that in Jerusalem is the man of God, which also includes the woman of God, from the womb of the woman. Okay? That's what Jerusalem is. The new kings and queens coming from the womb. No longer going back to the womb on how you take care of your business, but coming from the womb of that woman, of that belly, not that woman, because God cut that cord many years ago, and it's time for you to stop going back there to that woman. You got rid of your mama. Says according to the Bible, you got rid of your mama a long time ago. Yet you still getting her ways in your father's house. You still acting accordingly the way he was acting. You still doing everything you are not to do. You supposed to be leaving and cleaving and creating your own stuff, your own family, investing in your own self, so that you can be able to carry out the will of God. The will of God. You understand? That's it. So it's saying, let me tell you what it's saying to you, okay? Even more. It's saying at that time they shall call Jerusalem the throne of the Lord. That means that you will be known at this time as the throne of the Lord, okay? Because all of the stuff that you're gonna go through, all the stuff that you looking at that has nothing to do with God, all in the way that you turning away from God. Oh, in a minute you're gonna be known as the throne of the Lord, because God gonna have at you. And the way that you thought God was because of somebody else, oh, that's not gonna be. No, when he get done taking back what rightfully belongs to him, then guess what? Y'all gonna be known as the children of God. Which means the men of God. Y'all gonna be known that by the time God get through with you. Because he wants you to turn. Okay? That's what he wants you to do. He wants you to turn. Meaning, talk to him. Ask him. Because as long as you keep asking people, you're going to be in his way of him getting that spirit behind you that don't supposed to be with you. What's supposed to be with you is his son, Jesus. But if you continue talking to somebody else as though they're God over you, you putting him over God, then you're going to be faced right there in the way. And God not going to be able to get you, get that spirit. He's going to have to get you and the spirit, because you still talking up for the spirit. So God is saying, in a minute, you finna be known as the throne, Jerusalem. You're gonna be called Jerusalem, the throne of the Lord, which means that by the time he get done removing all this stuff, all this, what is it he said? All this evil imagination that you carrying along with you in your heart, when he get done with you, and all of y'all, he say, what he say? All the nations gonna be gathered all around when he get done with you. When he get done with you, everybody gonna be right there. Okay? And it's going to be all because of the name of the Lord. Because God going to come in and he going to shut it down. Because you thought that what he was talking about, what came from his mouth, ain't mean nothing. That's what you thought. You thought that what he was talking about, his voice ain't got nothing on these other people. So you went to these other people thinking that he ain't got nothing to say, when he got everything to say. And he bringing all the smoke. And when he speak, everything gonna rumble. And you going to humble yourself down at his feet. Because it's something you don't know. You don't know how good God is. You don't know. You think it's okay for you to be an atheist out there. You think it's okay for you to say you love God out there, knowing that you still holding on to that spirit in the back of you, who is leading the front of you, because that light that comes out like a beam, that song go, ain't no sunshine when he's gone. That what it say? Ain't no sunshine when he's gone. And this house just ain't no home every time he goes away. Every time. That's God. Every time God goes away, it ain't gonna be the same. And yet, people are atheists because they just don't know. They ain't even took a visit to God. They don't even want to know. They think that they just out of the reach of God. God looking right at you too. He looking right at you too. And he's saying, you are still his son too. And he gonna be looking for you to carry his son with you. Because that edge of that sword cuts deep to the soul. It does, to bring you back to him. So when you think that you going against God, oh, it's finna to pop off in here. Oh, this finna be known as Jerusalem, the throne of the Lord. Up in here. That's what it's finna be known as. But y'all think that you getting away with a lot of stuff. But you're not. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. Oh, no, no, no. No. That's not what this is. Because in a minute, you don't understand what this means. This means that it's finna go down. He said this finna be known as Jerusalem, the throne of the Lord. Oh, everybody better take cover. Better move and turn out the way so he can get that thing that's behind you hiding. Meaning turn to God, talk to him. Ask him, God, what you want me to do? It ain't gonna take nothing out of you to say that to God. God, what you want me to do? It ain't even gotta get this way. It ain't gotta be all these different things going on in the earth in order for him to get some leverage within his children. Some leeway within his children. It ain't gotta get to a certain point. But yet y'all still walk in this massive imagination of all this evil in your hearts. And don't think that he ain't finna come. He coming down with the two edge of that sword. He coming down with the sword. Down, because he gonna bring that peace. He bringing that peace heavy down for you. Just because you forgot. You forgot about the Ark of the Covenant. You forgot. That's what it was talking about in 16. You forgot about it. So now he got to come back. He finna come back hard. And he finna sit on that throne. Jerusalem. And this not finna be comfortable for you. This finna be an uncomfortability. This finna be done in uncomfortability. Like you finna be uncomfortable because you refuse to turn to him and acknowledge him as God. You still worried about your mama and your daddy and your sister and your brother and your aunts and your uncle and your pastors and your cousins and what they did. You still wandering off into la la land, into imagination of evil in your heart with that stuff. All of that immaturity. But God is wanting you to come back to him. And he wants you back ASAP. He not playing. He talking about putting down a throne here before you. That don't seem right to me. Although it seemed like it's positive, if he putting the throne down, that ain't gonna look too positive. Especially when all these people on this face of this earth think that they sitting on a throne. So 17 ain't playing with you. So if you read that before, like you read it, thinking that that's just being kind, don't get confused. That's not saying that. That's telling you that he about to bring you back to him. So he finna sit it down. He finna make Jerusalem the throne of the Lord over all these gods and goddesses. Do you know what that's gonna take? Several seats. That's what's gonna take. It's gonna take several seats for many a people, many a nations, all around about. Anyway, so yeah, keep on walking in your massive imagination with this evil in your heart. Keep on. Because God finna sit right there in front of his child and be like, so what was you saying? And why are you doing that? Now, who said this? You finna make yourself known. That's what he's saying in 17. What you thought? They was saying something else? Nah. But anyway, stay blessed. Bye for now. Salute to you soldiers. Just turn. That's all you gotta do. Just turn so he can get that thing in the back of you and put a killer to it. You don't got to be overtaken by everything on the face of this earth, putting it over God. The main thing that got y'all is money. Cars, clothes, women. Trying to hide in families and creating havoc throughout their bloodline. That's his bloodline. And you trying to take over his bloodline? God not gonna have that. So he calling you back. He wants you to return back. Not to go in the way you've been going. Stay blessed. Bye for now. Gotta go.